Good morning, Tinashe. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, today I won't be able to join you in the studio. Today is the last day of the SADC Industrialization Week, and it concludes with a tour of some of Zimbabwe's leading manufacturing companies. So delegates, those who are interested, who have an opportunity to visit some of Zimbabwe's top manufacturing companies. There are about 12 companies that will be visited. That's the likes of Delta, Dairy Board. There's also Kefalos, Kaya Cement, Olivine, and National Foods, among others. I'm going to visit Zimbabwe's steel manufacturing, the new kid on the block. That's Dinson or Disco Steel, or in Manize in Vuma there. So that's the one that I'm going to tour. You might not be aware, but they since started producing. A month or so ago, they started producing pig iron. But just 2 days ago, they announced that they have now started producing what are known as steel billets. So yeah, I'm really keen to visit Manize. That they've invested about 1.5 billion US dollars into that plant. It's a massive plant that I'm really keen to go and witness for myself, and how just to see how steel is produced. And I think on Monday I'll be able to share with you what I would have witnessed there. I'm really interested to see what they are doing there. It's a massive investment, and it will force the country to do major or other investments, especially in our rail network. I was talking to the vice president of the Afrexim Bank. That's one of the vice presidents of the Afrexim Bank, Mr. Dennis Denya, and he was saying that they are really looking at working with NRZ so that they can revive NRZ, bring in new wagons, so that we are able to transport some of that steel by rail, because if we are going to be using trucks to transport that steel, then this Harare Masvingo Bide Bridge road will be damaged. We have seen it with other roads where heavy trucks consistently use. They can easily be damaged. So hopefully it will result in that. I think also it will force us to invest in power plants, because they would require more energy to do their steel manufacturing. They will be producing some for themselves, but I think government will have to step in, and also other private players to step in and so that we can produce more power for these mega projects. So that's an interesting one for today. And today again is sort of like I would call it a historic day or an important day. Okay, an important day for capital markets. Today on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange, Invictus Energy, that company that has since discovered gas and oil in the Muzarabani area, Mbire area, and today they are listing some of their shares on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. They have since raised about, they were looking for $10 million in terms of capitalization for some of the activities that they still want to conduct in that area before we start really commercial production of gas and oil. There's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and they were raising 10 million. And this time around, they said, okay, fine, we are going to be raising this money in Zimbabwe. Already there are Zimbabwean firms that had already said that had already invested. Maybe not firms, but pension funds, Zimbabwean funds that were under the arm of Mangwana Capital, which is one of its leaders is former Delta CEO Joe Mtizwa. So they at Mangwana Capital, they are the ones that put together some pension funds that are already invested in Victus Energy. But now they've come again and said, okay, let's raise some more capital, and invited more local institutions to invest in that development. So that's listing on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange this morning. So it's interesting developments in our capital markets. There's another one that is also coming on board. I'm not sure if I spoke about it, the Puma Fund. So this is Simbisa Brands. Simbisa Brands is one of the listed companies again on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. So Simbisa Brands, I'm sure you've seen how they've been expand on a branch expansion drive. We are now starting to see them even in our locations in Zwarase, in Kuadzana, among other places, in Highfield, among others, where they've opened new branches, and they are not stopping. And they've also been, in the past they would just use properties that were already there. They rent or they lease properties, but they've since started developing their own properties where they are operating from. One of them is Cockroach in Avondale there, and they are going to, now what they've done is they've created a real estate investment trust, which they are going to list these properties as a REIT, or a real estate investment trust, and it will be listed on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. So interesting developments there on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. Maybe next week, as part of our CEO calls, maybe we can call the CEO of the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange, Mr. Justin Boni, just to talk to us about some of the initiatives that they are having at this Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. I understand anytime from now they will also be starting the commodities exchange, starting with chrome. So that's mineral commodities will be traded on the Victoria Falls Stock Exchange. Anytime from now, they will be announcing the establishment of a commodities exchange. So these are some of the developments that we are seeing on our capital markets. So maybe back to the SADC Industrialization Week. So the closing ceremony was actually done yesterday, and they with the CEO of the Confederation of Zimbabwe Industries, that's Miss Sekai Kuvarika, just highlighting some of the key action plans that are needed for us to take industrialization of the region further. She spoke about the need to establish a startup legislation, policies and strategies, so that we can attract funding to the SMEs, to the startups, something that is missing in our environment. Other countries like Nigeria, Kenya, Morocco, and the like, they are attracting, South Africa as well, they are attracting quite significant amount of money that is going into the startup environment. And so this is something that we also need in our markets and as a region. So outside South Africa, none of the regional countries is getting that much money to fund startups, because startups, unlike they're different from SMEs. So SMEs, in most cases, you are starting a business that probably has been done elsewhere. Maybe you're starting to manufacture your own maheu, or you're starting to manufacture your own detergents. So that's sort of like your SME kind of thing. But when it comes to startups, these are like really new, novel, innovative business ideas where there is no certainty or certainty that that you will be successful. So again, this is a major highlight. Remember that one of the key areas of the SADC Industrialization Week was that the aspect of funding. With the investment promotion agencies of these various countries coming in and showcasing investment opportunities, manufacturing investment opportunities in their countries. And then there was also the issue of internationalization of SMEs. And again, that was another area that was key at the SADC Industrialization Week, where we need to make sure that our SMEs are not only producing for our own countries, but we can actually produce for other countries. So that's basically what I have for you this morning in terms of business focus. If you still have time, I'm going to leave you listening to some of the investment promotion agencies CEOs that were also here, just to hear what they have to say about the SADC Industrialization Week, and probably a few other SMEs that were exhibiting, just to hear what they have to say about the SADC Industrialization Week.
So I'm Kudzie from Chino University under the Innovation Hub. So we have this range of edible products that we're making at the Innovation Hub. So this one is a jelly, or you can call it a jam, that you're making from me. You know, our normal yeast. So it's good for your bread, for your cakes. If you want to make Swiss rolls, it's good for you. Yeah, you can use it. Then this one, it's a breakfast cereal. So it's nutty, a whole lot of nuts in there. So we have the bambara nuts. Traditionally, they're known as nyimo. We have ground nuts. We have pumpkin seeds. It's highly nutritious. It's healthy. A lot of energy. So you can you can take it with yogurt or bread, just like maybe muesli. Yeah, same concept. Then we have banana flour. So for the flour, we have two types. We have the one from the green bananas, and then the one from the ripe bananas. Mm-hmm. So bananas. Yes, and then this one is from the ripe banana. So yeah. So for the green bananas, for the green banana flour, it's mainly for baking. You can do your cakes, you can do your muffins, you can make even pasta from it. And then for this one, it's ready to eat because the bananas are already ripe. So you can use it in your smoothies, you can add it to your porridge, and you can also make waffles and all. So from the flour now, we are making the cookies. Yes, so they're gluten-free as well as the flour. They're gluten-free. We're also trying to cater the gluten intolerant community. Yes, and then for this one, this is Manutro. So Manutro is an instant porridge that is being made from poor millet, as well as the mopane worms, Madora. Mm-hmm.
It's so from mopane worms?
Yes, and poor millet, munga. So it looks like this. This is how it looks like. Yes, highly nutritious because Madora, there's a lot of protein in there. Yeah, so we're trying to make healthy snacks, healthy food for Zimbabwe.
Are they already in the market?
Currently, they're not yet in the market, this one. So I'll get because we're doing the certifications and stuff from SARS, and then from there, we're now taking them into the market.
Do you have flyers?
Mm-hmm. I do not have. I can give you my contact.
My name is Paul Kwengwele, Chief Executive Officer of the Malawi Investment and Trade Center. So we've come here as one of the SADC countries, and we are so happy about this manufacturing or industrialization week, especially because Malawi is one of the priority areas is to promote manufacturing. We've got what we call ATM in Malawi, agriculture production and processing, tourism and mining, but there's another M, which is manufacturing. So our emphasis in Malawi is to get all those three areas done. We're also looking for investors that are into infrastructure development, like energy production, because we know that manufacturing can't come without electricity. What has been how have I found this place so far?
Sorry.
Well, it's really been amazing. The 3 days I've been here, been amazing. After my presentation yesterday about investment in Malawi, I've had quite a number of people who are interested to come to Malawi, and those leads will follow them up, and we're hoping that there could be a lot more relationship between Zimbabwe, other SADC African countries, sharing ideas, investing within the SADC community, and having trade between the countries rather than us concentrating on trading with the Far East and not really making good headway.
My name is Sue Chigorimbo. I'm a crochet artist. I'm here exhibiting under Zim Trade, the next year exporter program. So I mainly specialize in making bags. I make crochet bags. And I also teach how to crochet. So I have classes. I teach from primary school right through to adult classes. My experience this week has been amazing because I've managed to meet other entrepreneurs from the region, seeing how they do their business and the kind of products that they sell. There's also possibilities of collaborations from other players in the industry and other players from the region. I've also managed to meet a number of government officials who are keen to work with the brand, especially the teaching aspects, because I'm all about empowering and nurturing talent from a young age. Thank you.
Okay, so welcome to the Madagascar exhibition stand. Here we show some products that come from a project at Madagascar called ODOF, One District, One Factory, in which the Ministry of Industrialization and Trade works with private sector, some industrial and entrepreneur to supply them and give them machinery and equipment to manufacture the local products in the local region. In those stands, you can find many products from Madagascar, such as fruits, wine, cocoa, you have honey, soya oil, and peanut oil. You also have chips, potato chips, and banana chips, and cheese. This is one opportunity to show which kind of products Madagascar can produce and how the private sector, the entrepreneur and industrial, even medium and small industries can produce good things and can fit for the African markets. So during these 7 weeks for the industrialization of SADC, it gives opportunity to Madagascar to share what we can do, but also to learn from other countries, to learn how to fit the program and politics in Madagascar at the SADC and other partner to develop the industrial sector in the country.
Hi, my name is Nigel Ruona and I'm from Ona Natural Oils, where we create skin and hair care products using indigenous plant species of Zimbabwe. Before you will find we have baobab and marula products. We turn them into cream and oil. We also have our hair products, our main one, which is feso. Feso is an indigenous herb, also known as urezo, that has a rich history of promoting hair growth and mostly stimulating hair follicles. Today we actually at the 7th SADC Industrialization Week under Zim Trade, where we are showcasing our products. We've had the chance to share our story with people all the way from Malawi and some even South Africa who have all found interest in our products. I think that's basically it. Yeah.
Business Focus with Kudzie Sharara on the Champions League Breakfast.